Good morning. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. So we did an ice bath challenge last night, and Jesse Itzler was the guy that came and guided us through the ice bath challenge. So he's married to Sarah Blakely, owns the Atlanta Hawks, and he's a guy goes, runs 100 miles, does all this endurance stuff, and he's an entrepreneur, amazing overachiever guy. Interesting how he really kind of got started on this journey is he decided to try and train with a Navy SEAL and literally called this guy up, and the guy came and trained with him. And those techniques are what he used to apply to both business and personal life and to everything. And when he ran his first race, he ran this survival race where you run 4 miles, and then you have a certain period of time to do that. I think it's an hour, and if you do it in less than an hour, then you get a rest, and everybody races, and then it's whoever is the last man standing. So then he trained with a Navy SEAL with regards to this, and the Navy SEAL taught him how to start controlling his mind in terms of running this race, where he doesn't let the doubt and the pain come in. And what they're really talking about is just incantations. And the incantations were, I don't ever get tired. I never give up. Just keep doing these same incantations. And he talked about how he applied this same thing to business when he decided to be an entrepreneur. And, obviously it's been very effective in terms of how successful the guy's been. So why would you do an ice bath challenge? Why do we do something like that? Normally the first night of Life Mastery, we jump off a 50-foot pole, and why? Because it increases your sphere of influence. We have one of the phrases you've heard me say if you watch these is life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And when you do these things that are outside of your sphere of influence, suddenly other things become easier. Why would you do a marathon? I did a marathon at 52 years old. Why would you go do that? Well, number one, I wanted to do it with my now wife. But number two, now you can think to yourself, well, I did that. If I can do that, what else can I do? Really high school sports was kind of designed to teach you some of these things. And I don't know if that really happens so much anymore. I mean, it did when I was in high school. I remember surviving doubles in football and thinking to myself, well, crap, if I can do that, then I can survive these finals in college. But the systems that everybody uses that are successful in these things are the same. And, it's breathing, and it's controlling your mind, and it's controlling your focus. But when you do these things outside of your comfort zone, then you become more of who you were supposed to be, but your sphere of influence gets bigger. Now I can do that, so what else can I do? If you want to be successful in business, a lot of times these physical challenges are a great idea because they create inner strength and mental strength in order to do that stuff. I've crewed these events forever. And there's these different tiers of tickets. And one of the things that you found when you were dealing with the high-end tickets, the people that were at the very top, as opposed to the people that were kind of right below the very top, the people that were right below the very top, they could be some of the more demanding and, quite frankly, difficult people to work with. I'm supposed to get this, and I'm supposed to get that, and I'm supposed to have a separate line, and I'm supposed to be this, and I'm supposed to be that. The people at the top, you didn't get that. The people at the top rung in terms of the level of ticket, how much the ticket cost, they were incredibly gracious. Didn't expect anything special, quite frankly. And the other thing that you noticed about them is they tended to be very busy. I mean, they were on their phones and they were doing stuff. They were gracious. They were thankful. They paid attention to the little people. So, when they came in and I was, a door guard or a door greeter, they said hi. They looked me in the eye. They showed appreciation. When I went out of my way to help them, they said, you don't need to do that. Whereas the people at the rung below them didn't respond like that. The other thing you noticed is they all were almost always in great shape. Physically, you could tell that they maintained a significant regimen of exercise and health and how they ate in order to maintain their bodies, in order to maintain their energy. And again, you didn't quite see that at the level below. It was a little bit of a different, kind of a different approach. Hadn't quite gotten to that next level. Interesting to watch as you interacted with these folks. So the ones that wanted to be at this level hadn't quite learned those lessons, but the ones that got to that level, they had those lessons. They had self-discipline. You could tell by their bodies that they took great care of themselves. They had great energy, but they also approached life with gratitude, paid attention to the people around them, and were very much sensitive to everybody that they came in contact with. Always found that interesting. So, as we move forward, what are we going to learn? Push yourself. Find a way to test yourself and be outside of your comfort zone, whatever that is. Find a challenge. Pick some sort of physical challenge, because when you conquer that, first of all, even just attempting means that you have been successful. But when you conquer that physical challenge, that's going to expand your sphere of influence, and that's going to allow you to be more, have the ability to feel confident and create the outcomes that you want in a host of other areas. So that's my message for today. We start in not too long. Ton of speakers. I'll have a ton of info to give you guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Thursday. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.